We are Dave, Carrie, and Rudel. In 2018, we set out to explore one adventure at a time. Join us as we continue our journey to find the best free camping.
This is great. I love it.
If you venture east of the Cascade Mountain Range, you will experience Oregon's high desert. Vast, windswept plains, deep canyons, and a sky so big and blue, it's truly incredible to see. Some might say that this country is devastated and ugly, but to us, the juniper trees and the miles and miles of sagebrush reminds us of home. And if you look closely, there is hidden beauty to be found. Oregon's high desert can also be a land of extremes. Extremely hot, extremely cold, and extremely remote. One does not venture into the high desert without caution and foresight. And at Glass Buttes, you better come with a spare tire or a way to fix a flat tire. The United States federal government has set aside 36 square miles of the Glass Butte area as a free-to-use rockhounding site. If this spot wasn't special enough, this is the only legal spot in Oregon where you can find and collect this rock that we are looking for today. This looks good so far.
Yeah. Today we are in Oregon between Burns and Bend, just off Highway 20. We went up Glass Butte Road, and there's BLM up here, places to camp all along the way. But there is a reason we chose this area on our way through Oregon, and we'll tell you more about that to come. But not a bad little quiet place. And we're on the verge of a rainstorm, so that could make it interesting as far as driving. But we got a little camp spot here, perfect weather. And the secret to what we're doing here could be right on the ground if you can see it.
And we are here for one special reason, and we found it. And we've been here for 40 minutes. Dave got out of the van and disappeared. I have not seen him since then. So I think he has found what we came here for. and I'll let him fill you in on it.
I think this is solid obsidian.
Really?
Yeah. That's the biggest piece I found. Just because that little piece was sticking up on the top.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about breaking that one open, see what it looks like. But I'm looking for red or the brown bands. So if I can find, you know, more pieces like this, that's what I'm looking for.
So you're obsidian hunting?
Yes.
And is there a lot of it around?
It's everywhere, but the trophies are hard to find. I mean, there's obsidian everywhere. Just finding a unique piece, that's the fun part. The van's just up the hill there. Looks like we might get rained on, which I don't mind. But I noticed somebody's been doing a lot of digging for obsidian right here. And doesn't look like all that long ago. First thing I did was check that hole to make sure there was no snakes in it. And there's not. And I think there's a lot more obsidian to be dug up here. And I just hope I can find one piece that has that mahogany red inside the obsidian. So I'll dig a few, hopefully a few big chunks out of here and take a closer look at them. The hole actually goes all the way through. There's daylight back in there. I don't think I'm gonna crawl in there and dig. I'm gonna work my way on the outskirts here. All right, so I've got my pick here. This is my old gold picking pick. And today it's gonna be looking for obsidian. But I'm just gonna beat away at this side where it's already been taken and see if I can find some more big chunks of obsidian. There we go. That's a good one.
Obsidian is a natural glass formed when lava cools without crystallizing. As mentioned before, this is the only area in Oregon where you can find and collect obsidian. You are allowed 25 pounds per day with a maximum annual limit of 250 pounds. Glass Butte's rock hounding area offers a wide variety of obsidian. Rainbow, black, pumpkin, gold sheen, silver sheen, and today we are looking for the famous mahogany obsidian.
All right, I've been digging right underneath here, and there's a couple of really big pieces of obsidian, that one there, and then I don't know how big this one is. It just keeps going. Oh, there's the bottom of it, but I need to dig those out, see what they look like. This is what I'm looking for here. I don't know if you can see that brown or red on the top there, and that's on the rough side. So if this thing is split open, that could be a bright red mixed in with the black obsidian. So that is what I want. So pretty darn cool. I'm gonna keep on digging. I'll clean these up later. I might have to have a professional cut one of them just to see what it's like, to see if it's worth cutting these open or not. But neat. So I've got a little stack of rocks going right here. Those are all obsidian in the rough. You crack any of those open and you know, it looks just as shiny as any of these, but hopefully those have red in them. All right, so here's my piece of obsidian.
You think it's obsidian?
I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm gonna break it open and see if there's anything special on the inside or not.
Come here, Riddle. Knapping is to shape a piece of stone by striking it to make tools or weapons. So if you come to this area, watch your tires and your toes. It's very common to see the ground littered with obsidian shards.
I'm not ruining it.
Now I know why there's so many shards of obsidian around.
Yeah.
People have been breaking them open like you are.
Except for I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of guessing. Definitely don't know much about Obsidian and how to break it up, but that's cool looking.
It's not stopping you from giving it a whack.
Nope. As soon as it hit the ground, there's a bunch of ants on it. That one broke in a cool pattern.
It did. It's like a wave. That's a cool.
I wonder if I should be breaking this up or not.
You're ruining it.
I'm ruining it. I really am.
It's probably the most rarest piece you'll ever find.
Probably. Look at that rainbow right there.
Oh yeah, I can see that one.
That one?
Yep.
So I'm gonna keep this, and then someday I'm gonna try to make an arrowhead. So I think that's a good chunk to learn on. We've stayed one night here, and I think we're gonna move on. Usually when we get to an area, I just get this huge rush of excitement and just go crazy and have a great time. And there's something about this spot that, I don't know, I feel like we should just keep moving. I'm trying to think of reasons. I mean, it's beautiful, it's quiet. It's just the kind of stuff that we normally like. But the only thing I can think of for reasons is the ground is like littered with obsidian, and I'm worried about Rudel's feet, and he would have to wear his boots the whole time, which he doesn't like. And then there is rain in the forecast, and it hasn't hit yet, but the road that we drove in on to get here, you can tell gets pretty rough when it gets wet. So I'm not completely sure if we got a good downpouring that we could make it out of here. So it's bumpy, it's rutted, it's got dips in it. So the safe bet would be to move on. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive around a little bit and explore, maybe see if we can find a better spot. about this area was just looking for the obsidian. Not necessarily digging, because the obsidian is everywhere. You just got to take a walk and keep your eyes open.
That's true. We walked up a road and we came back with bags of little pieces
and
of
I've
obsidian.
found the black obsidian before all over the place, but this had a really nice mix of the mahogany red in it, which I think is very special.
Yeah. Okay, so what you need to know about this area.
Okay, so this is west of Burns, Oregon, which is 54 miles away, so that'd be the nearest area to get supplies. You can get gas in, I think it's Riley, at 36 miles out. We are off Highway 20 and about 4 miles in, back in the gravel / dirt.
Yeah. Now the road for the most part is in really good condition. Having said that, if it rains, you're probably going to need a 4-wheel drive to be in this area.
Well, definitely where we were parked, it's going to get sloppy there.
It is. If you stop in Burns at the BLM office, you can get a map of the area where you can hunt for obsidian and avoid the mines, right? Or
yeah,
the claims.
The claims. There is some mining claims there, so you'll see post markers with information on it. If you see one of those, do not collect any obsidian in that area. That is a claim. I think we saw one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you have to keep your eyes out for that. But there's several places to camp, not just where we camped.
Yeah. So any size vehicle can get in here. There are plenty of places to camp. But if you have an off-road capable 4-wheel drive, of course, your places to camp double. And your chances of finding that rare piece of obsidian where everybody else hasn't hunted also doubles.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
And this is a really special area because this is the only place in Oregon where you can find and collect obsidian legally. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that does make it special.
Okay, so
there's no amenities. I think we did. So there's obviously no water. There is fire rings there. You'll have to check fire regulations when you're there to see if you can have a fire or not. Mm-hmm. But other than that,
no bathrooms.
No nothing.
Pack it in, pack it out.
Although we did have internet, a little bit of internet.
A little bit of internet, yeah. And again, like I said earlier in the video, this is high desert. So if you come in the summertime, it's going to be hot. Yeah. And if you come in the wintertime,
it's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold.
Could be snowy.
And if you come and it's raining, you could be in a muddy, mucky mess.
Yep, yep.
And of course, if you go to the area where everybody's been, there are shards of obsidian everywhere.
Yeah, so I'd say it's not pet friendly just because of that. And that's basically the reason why we didn't stay. But if you don't have a pet, or your pet's going to spend most of its time in your vehicle, then it still works.
And on that point, make sure you wear good shoes. Probably open-toed sandals and flip-flops are not going to cut it in this area. And watch your tires. Watch where you drive. Make sure...
Essentially, you're driving over broken glass. So
I wouldn't come to this area without a spare tire and maybe a way to fix a flat.
Yep.
Definitely needed things here.
Yep.
And again, we tell this to nomads all the time. When you get that feeling that it's time to leave, it's time to leave. It's
time to leave, yeah. If you feel uncomfortable, just get up and go.
Or if you just, for whatever reason, feel like it's time to leave, because you are looking for answers why we should leave.
Yeah, sometimes you just have that feeling.
And you just go.
Yep. All right. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, and maybe you'll go there and visit it yourself and find some very cool obsidian. We will see you next week.
A lot of water.
That's a lot more water than I thought. If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron, or check out our new merchandise at oneadvantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.